So this is my video testimonial for the Unplug From Fear Retreat. And I apologize. I'm just getting over a cold, so I'm a little hoarse. So as I have this scratchy voice, please try and ignore it. First of all, as I walked into this retreat, for me, it was about learning. I really didn't feel like I was going in there with any fear that I had to overcome. I just wanted to learn. I wanted to be in an environment where I could have takeaways from. I'm a business coach. I work with people all day, and it was not only about learning about myself, but it was also learning about how I could further help my clients. So I walked into the space of what can I learn from this? And to start with, Mo creates this incredible safe space. It feels welcoming. Um, it's a place where you can feel vulnerable and you can share because she doesn't force you to share. She leaves it open for everybody to share. So she creates a space in such a way that I never hesitated to feel safe in it and to be able to share in it. So let me talk about what I got for my first day. So inmate came in my first day, and what she did for me was validate for me my belief system that I've had pretty much my whole entire life, that because I've had nobody in my life to validate it, to say, yes, what you think is true. Um, I always question myself. And so what she did for me was really validate for me that all these thoughts I've had for all these years were true. That was phenomenal. That's so what I needed in that space. The next day when Kai came in, she made me realize that I do have fear. Because what she brought to my attention is that I don't trust myself. And I was so ready to argue with her because I truly felt I do trust myself. I'm a confident person. I can step into spaces, right? And I can feel comfortable in those spaces. And then it caused me to step back for a minute and think about it. And she was right. I always question myself. I question myself constantly. And something that inmate had brought up the day before was that I always have to prove something is right, which is kind of why I needed her validation. But it reinforced to me how much I question things and how much I don't trust myself sometimes when I don't have the proof that I need that something is right or true. Um, and there's a lot of things in life that we don't have that proof. We don't have that validation. We have to trust. And so I realized in not trusting myself, I was living in fear. I was always in fear of, what if I'm wrong? Should I listen to this? Should I not listen to this? It was more of a questioning than a fear. Um, and we went through that day, I had that realization. And as we got towards the end of the day and she did energy work with me, I want to cry right now just thinking about it. I have been weighed down my whole life with responsibility. It's my mother died at a very young age, and I immediately took on the responsibility of my siblings. Now, externally, I don't know if people saw that, but internally, I took on that responsibility. I was their protector. I was there to make sure they were being taken care of. I didn't have the ability to take care of them, but I had the ability to make sure they were being taken care of. So I would speak up when they weren't. But I took on that responsibility from a very young age. And then with a lot of the decisions I made as I got older, I actually put myself in positions where I had to take on more responsibility. And so I got married very young. I had kids very young. And so I just kept layering on this responsibility. And I'm to a point in my life where I don't need to hold on to that anymore. And I didn't even realize I was holding on to it. And she helped me release that, which was amazing. Um, I I still am not quite sure how she discovered this is what it was. I don't know that she did. I told her in some way, I guess. I didn't even know it was a thing with me, but it was a huge thing with me. And it was a huge thing that I think was holding me back that I didn't even realize was holding me back. So, second day was phenomenal. I was exhausted by the end of the day, but it was a really, really good exhaustion. Phenomenal day. And third day, we did some pendulum work with Mo, which I've done pendulum work before, but it was on a whole new level. And the activity she brought us through was phenomenal. And it's something that I have taken back that I can use every day. And it goes along with what a lot of the other skills I've already learned along the way. So it really complemented what I already know. So it was a great way to just tie up the whole weekend. And then we all went out and had dinner together. So really, really great connection with everybody was there. Everybody brought something different into the room. I believe that we were all there for each other. Mo was a participant along with us, which I think also helped create that safe space. And I would go back in a second. And so far, everybody I've told about it are like excited to go. So I definitely think it is something worth attending, worth spending the money on. I had to travel in. I'm in Colorado, so I had to travel in to go to it. So not only did I have the price of the going, but I also had all the travel and the place to stay expense with it, and it was worth every single penny. So I strongly, strongly recommend going. It will absolutely change your life in some way.